Hello and welcome to this coverage of the delivery of the 787 Dreamliner, the first of 6 that Kenya Airways, the pride and joy of Africa, has purchased from the company, from Boeing, right here in Seattle, Washington. What is happening behind me? As we can see, the first of the 6 787 Dreamliners is getting ready to taxi onto the takeoff. This has been a long wait for Kenya Airways. They ordered these planes, 6 of the 787 planes, back in 2010, and of course this is 2014. And so even during the handover ceremony, it was easy to tell from everybody, including the CEO, Titus Naikuni, Chris Kirubi, who happens to be, the biggest shareholder, private citizen shareholder in Kenya Airways. And so today was the coming together, the culmination of a whole lot of waiting to get the first delivery of this plane. Again, there will be staggered delivery going into all the way to the last plane being delivered in October. But indeed, it is a beautiful scene to behold, seeing our national colors, being paraded for the world to see. This Kenya Airways will be the second airline in Africa to have the 787 Dreamliner as part of their fleet. We may remember in 2012, Ethiopian Airlines took delivery of their 787 Dreamliner from right here in Washington, an event that we covered for you. And the unique thing about this plane, as you can see it behind me, this plane is made out of composite, departing from the old way of building planes using aluminum or aluminium, as you may want to call it. It is a very light aircraft for its size, and when it comes to fuel consumption too, it is 20% easier on fuel consumption, of course, which means also the environmental imprint is reduced. As we can see, the plane majestically spread out, all the wings spread out. This is a beautiful sight, and it is just about to take off on a 17-hour flight directly from here, Paine Field, to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport in Nairobi. In a short ceremony just before this takeoff, CEO Titus Naikuni, Kenya Airways CEO Titus Naikuni, was handed the ceremonial ignition keys that signifies that now this plane is not the property of Boeing, but is wholly owned under the management of Kenya Airways.
On behalf of Kenya Airways, we would like to thank Boeing for your support. I know this has been a long wait. For one time, I thought I'll never see a 787 join the fleet in KQ. At long last, here you are. I'm seeing it in front of me. To the team from Kenya Airways who are involved in getting the aircraft ready, congratulations. I know it's been a long and arduous task, but I think we lived up to our expectations. We're going back home, and I do hope that as soon as we get home, we'll be able to start flying the aircraft and start making money for Boeing. Because at the end of the day, it's Boeing who will make money, not us. And again, once more, Exim Bank, I know they're not here, but we'd like to express our pleasure and satisfaction in the way Exim Bank has handled us. We've had Citibank and JP Morgan also involved. Thank you very much. And to our ambassador here, Ambassador Jane Kamau, thanks for coming all the way to see us off. I think it's a real honor to have you around. This is history that we're making here today, and I'm glad you're part and parcel of it. And to all the other members, thank you very much. There's GE around, and I know Rajit is with us. And we look forward to landing in Nairobi tomorrow. And I'm told our head of state is waiting for us. So that's what this aircraft means to Kenya. Thank you very much.
Morning, everyone. I'll just add my voice and say thank you again, Kenya Airways, for giving us the dream. And as Lupita Nyong'o said, every dream is valid. So the dream has come to reality. So, and just to wish you all a safe trip home. Continue being the pride of Africa and the pride of our nation. The partnership between Kenya Airways, GE, Boeing, all these wonderful companies build and strengthen our partnership and solidarity in making it possible for our two nations to really have strong partnerships that are beneficial for our country. So thank you very much. Bon voyage and safe trip.
Okay, now for the fun part. We're going to get some big scissors and cut the ribbon and send the pride of Africa back to the Great Rift Valley. Maybe it's too wild. Okay, so now, so they can actually fly away on the airplane, we've got the ceremonial keys to the airplane to present. To go ahead and present this key to you, commemorating the first delivery to Kenya Airways of the 787.
That's the truth.
We're going to be the second airline in Africa to fly this plane, and I think with the line of orders which are coming for this airline, Kenya Airways is going to be a new airline to compete with the rest of the world. One thing we must do, we must clear our issues and be able to fly to America, because that is the center of the economy.
For rainy Seattle, this is not a bad day. It's not bad weather for witnessing the takeoff of this beautiful bird out here. It is indeed a gray, but it's a nice weather day to see the takeoff of that plane. Right now, what I can see happening behind me, I can see quite a number of ground crew taking stock of the last details, the pre-flight checks, and as soon as it spreads its wings to hit the skies, we shall make sure that you don't miss that moment. It is indeed a historic moment. This is a historic moment, not only for Kenya Airways, but also for Kenya, and for us Kenyans who live here in Seattle, who live here in the diaspora. Indeed, seeing the Kenyan flag sprayed all over that plane, it brings out that Kenyan pride that only a Kenyan would know.
Got one mama, you only got one heart, you only got one life to live, no matter who you are. You can go the whole world over, every city has its dawn, but everybody living has one place where he was born. Mine is Kenya, so warm and wild and free. You'll always stay with me here in my heart. My land is Kenya, right from your highlands to the sea. You'll always stay with me here in my heart, here in my heart. Only got one childhood and the memory that springs when you see your house, the tree you climbed, and all those precious things. The faces of the friends I had, the images that fall.
Finally, after a very long wait for Kenya Airways, a wait that began in 2010 when they initially put in the order for the Dreamliner, as you can see, the plane is finally airborne and on its way to Jomo Kenyatta International Airport, 17 hours, direct flight, non-stop, and indeed I can only imagine the celebration that will be in Nairobi to mark this homecoming of a plane that is expected to change the aviation industry in Kenya. Again, Kenya Airways is set to phase out some of the older planes, and the Dreamliners are projected to hit the market and change the way things operate. Speaking to Kenya Airways CEO Titus Naikuni, it is mentioned that this airplane that just left will initially be used for training, getting the Kenya Airways crew assimilated to the plane. As he stated, it's very expensive to do that extensive kind of training here, and since they have the expertise back home, that plane will be used for training, but is expected to be on the first commercial flight sometime in June. Again, this has been special coverage of the delivery of the first of 6 787 Dreamliners by Boeing company to Kenya Airways, an event that took off without a glitch. And as you saw, the plane effortlessly took to the skies. And all we can say to Kenya Airways, congratulations, and looking forward to the other planes taking off from right here in Boeing Field, and that is in Everett, Washington. Again, this has been Ronnie Manene for Kenya 360. Thank you for being with us.